something close, well, closer than most.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's your host, Justice, Thoughts from Your Boy Podcast, Rise X Nova. Alright, check it out. My thoughts. Just mine. Why is it that most women want to get married? Most women want to get divorced. Like, what if when you got married going forward, there was no such thing as a divorce? Like, if he caught you cheating or you caught him cheating, y'all just dislike each other for however long you need to get over that. And y'all stay together. I said that to say this. Not even a race thing. But it's not a race thing. I know married people. Black, white, Mexican, whatever. Or even some Asian if I think about it hard enough. But my point is, so black women get married for the fantasy. White women get married for the stability. Mexicans get married for the longevity. Like, they won't marry anybody that they don't plan on being with for the rest of their life. Okay. Black couples get married. Sometimes she lifts him up. Most times he elevates her. Hear me out. White women get married. Sometimes she lifts him up. Sometimes. White men. Now, mixed relations, it goes a little different. But white men get lifted up sometimes. Mexican relationships, Latino relationships, they go to work with you. They earn that 50%. Then if they get a divorce, that's what they're entitled to. They go to work and do what he does. He cuts trees down, they get out there and start cutting trees down. He's a lawn care, she get out there, she's a lawn care too. Jeweler, same thing. Now, here's my question, and listen to it first. I know some couples that have been married 30, 40 years. And I'm guaranteeing you, there was times when they didn't like each other. Whether it's because one was doing drugs, one had a gambling problem, one was out here cheating, whatever the case was, they didn't like each other. But they realized marriage is a business first. So if you look at it like that, when you get this company and you sign your spouse to be your vice president or vice CEO or CFO, however you mix it up, CEO, CFO, CCO, no, COO. Yeah, sorry. Show my accounting skills. Woo-hoo. Anyway, you can't just fire those positions. The board has to fire those positions. In a family, the board would be the children. That's who directly benefits off of this union. Now, whether you and him make it and get rich, that's great. That's what, life is for, to make money and get rich eventually. But the board in that case, in the case of marriage being a business, the children are the board of the company. They invest the most stock because they didn't ask to be here. So they only look for you to do the right things. Be a functioning parent and a functioning couple to show them what it is and is not like to be in a committed relationship. Hear me out. I know y'all screaming in the phone right now like, damn, this, shut the fuck. I got it. But watch this though. Like I said it earlier, what if there was no such thing as divorce? Would you go live separate and just have other things going on? Or would you be like, you know what? This is this big, or this big, or however big you feel this problem is. When has there ever been a problem that can't be talked through or worked out? Now, abuse is a total different subject. And we talking verbal, mental, physical, All that is so toxic. You don't need that to work out. That would be the only catch. If the relationship turns violent or destructive physically, mentally or verbally, destructive, not just bad, like destructive, like what you're saying is really detrimental to the way this person wakes up and goes to sleep, that would be grounds to get a divorce. But cheating, I don't think cheating is worth a divorce for the simple fact there's so many other things going on out here. Now you say he had a baby, maybe. Or you say he gave you a disease, definitely. Because now he's playing with your health. He's not just playing on your top. He's not just trying to make a fool out of you. You got something that could kill you potentially. Opt out. But say he protected, no babies, no diseases, he steps out or she steps out. Is that really the end of it all? You vetted this person for anywhere from 6 months to years. You finally got this person, man or woman, to say, yes, I do, I want to marry you. Let's set a date, however long that takes. Let's get married. Walk down the aisle. Right. You stand in front of that judge or priest or captain or whoever you're getting married by. And he asks you, can you take this person for better or worse, for sicker or poor, for richer or poor, better or worse, richer or poor, to death do you part? Now, I'm not big on oaths. I only took a few of them in my life. I took a Marine Corps oath. I took a gangbang oath. I took an oath of love in my life. I've even probably taken an oath on the stand. Not snitching, just telling you some shit to happen. But hey, that's another story. But the point that I'm making, men and women, your word is all you have. We're not even gonna add the balls, because women don't have balls. So they don't have balls to stand on and be like, I gotta be thorough because my nuts say so. They don't have that. We're just gonna say your word. Your word is to be taken seriously. Man, woman, woman, man. This is something that you need to stand by. So, the question is, if you couldn't get a divorce unless it was abusive, physically, mentally, verbally, or you got a disease or a baby. Them 5 reasons. That's it. What would y'all do? What would y'all do? Because to be like, I'm a happy single person, I'm not saying you can't be. Because a preacher put it to me like this. Being married is a blessing, but being single is a blessing too. Everybody's not meant to get married, just like everybody's not meant to be single. So how do you know who is or who isn't? Well, if you've been married more than once and it didn't work out, and the problem was still the same, you're the problem. Thus being, you should probably be single. If you get married and it doesn't work out, maybe you chose wrong. If you get married and you believe marriage will change someone, then you weren't being real with yourself, because marriage won't change anything about somebody. Having kids won't make a man stay. Being married won't make a woman or man act right. It won't. But in those moments where you don't like each other, you can't stand each other, you wish the other would just come to a clear head spot. Sit down and talk. Is this business worth foreclosing? Or do you think we can come up with a new product? Maybe y'all should put Steve Jobs. Did you know what Steve Jobs did? He fired himself when he felt like he didn't have no more new ideas for Apple. And then he rehired himself when he came up with the iPhone. He rehired himself. He got fired. He fired himself. He was not the head of the company no more. And he rehired himself when, ta-da, the light bulb went off. And I only say that to say, if you and your husband talk at any point in time, maybe y'all need to separate. You know, maybe y'all need to go to neutral corners and talk some shit out. Fine. But as soon as that light bulb go back off, we need to make this company work. We need to get back in the fold of things so that we don't get swept behind in the show of things. Now, marriage should never be an obligation because you're worried about what the next person gonna say or feel about you. That's not why you did it. They say God laughs at, tell God your plans if you want to make him laugh. I say, why fuck up a great business over trite shit like love? I mean, we're people, we're humans. We meet and interact with people every day. We meet and interact with different people all the time. We never know when a person might come into your life and you love them. You fall in love with them. You're madly in love with them. It can fade. It can go away. But if you got them married for the business aspect, it's always bigger than you. Hey, that's all I got. Y'all be blessed. I'm just your host, Des, and these are just my thoughts. Peace.